Hello, today I'm going to talk about this book that's called The Magic Finger, and the author for this book is Roald Dahl, and that have written the illustrated that have illustrated like, I don't know what it's called in English.
Paint, draw.
Draw, paint. No, I think draw, because this has no color. I'm going to read the text back here, and then I'm going to talk about this book. And this book, the other book was a Swedish book. And that book was the first book that I have talked about when I was 9 years old. That was my first Swedish book, and this is my first English book that I'm going to talk about when I'm 9 years old. But I'm going to read the text back here, and then I'm going to talk about this book. Suddenly, a sort of flash comes out of me like something electric. It jumps out and touches the person who has made me cross. And this book was a little bit funny. Now I'm going to talk about this book. I'm going to put the book here so you know. So it starts with that, what is she called? It doesn't say what she's called. It just says a girl. So then, this girl has two friends that. Their family is called Mr. This is their family, Mr. Greg, Miss Greg, wait quick, Philip Greg and William Greg. And when it says introduce that are going to be in this book very much is girl. Girl is going to be very much in this book. So then, it says about he has those two friends, and then they go out every Sunday, or was it Saturday? I think Sunday, and they go shooting with the shotgun, I think, and shoots other animals. So then, one day, they shot 16 birds. So then she got very angry, and she used her magic finger. Dun, dun, dun. And then, the next day, they become that family. And the other time she did that, when she got angry on her teacher, she became like a cat, but she's still what is it called? Människa.
Person, human.
A human. She became the cat, but still was a human. So then the next day the same day before that day, before the next day, they how should I say, they did so. It was 4 birds that just come to them, just wee 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 wee, just come and played with them. So then the next day they got wings of arms. So then they could fly. Then they flied, and then they switched places with those birds that played with them, and they couldn't shoot. they become humans. So and they didn't have wings; they had arms, and they become taller. And if the family Greg, they become smaller. So then, one day, the next day, when they have done a thing with their, they built like a house. So then the next day, these birds take out their pistols, or what it is they shoot with. So then they're going to shoot them, but they say, we're never going to shoot any animal if you don't shoot them. And then they held their promise, and they can become normal humans again. And then they take the big hammer and broke all the things that they shooted the birds and deers like that. I don't know why, but I slept 12 hours and 50 minutes, and I want to go sleep. Why? I slept 12 hours and 50 minutes, and I want to sleep now. That's a little bit say what? But now I'm going to talk more about this book. So then they tell that about the story to this girl, and it was she that did. So they become so they got wings, and then that was all for this book. That was called The Magic Finger, and the author for this book was Roald Dahl. And this book was fun, easy to read, interesting, and very good. And my best character for this book was, I think, nobody. This time nobody. Nobody was my favorite character. And this book was very short. And my next book is a Swedish book. And that's a very good Swedish book. And bye bye.